Okay, just before I end this video, I'm running out of room on my camera, plus the battery about to die. So I'm going to show you one other thing. Of course, with adding more engines, multiple engines to the DCS Commander. Before I do that, though, one thing I forgot to mention. This part here, of course, is the output part. That's the part that will go to your track, your lock on. I don't know if you want to solder your wires to your tracks or however. Depending on how big your layout is, that depends on how many lock-ons you're going to have or how many engines you're going to run. Like I said before in my review of the Commander, remote Commander, I got this distributor block because I have 6 lock-ons. You want to focus on the one on the left. That's how many lock-ons I have going to the tracks. My tracks is fairly big all the way around my basement. The reason why I got that many lock-ons to keep track of all my engines, I run them right behind each other, so I need to make sure that my signal is strong in order to keep track of them. Right now we're going to put, I got all three of my engines on the tracks. One here, one back here, and one up here. I'm going to demonstrate, of course, the all key. But first we'll focus in, press the DCS button. And like I said before, number 26 came up before. That engine is not on the track. It chose number 32. 32 is that engine. And of course, 88 is this engine. And this one back here is number 62. So when you come back here, you hit the engine key, you'll see number 32 flash, and then that's when you use the thumb wheel to scroll up, and it'll go through all the engines that's on the track: 32, 62, 88. In this case, we'll press 88, press select, and I'll run over here and I hit the startup key. Number 88 starts up. Bring the volume down a little bit. Hit the engine key again. Hit select for number 32. And I can start up my subway set. Bring the volume up a little bit on him. I say, this is the key that I was talking about for station announcements.
Next is Randolph and Wabash.
That's Chicago Subway's basic station announcements. And of course we're going to start him up, but I'm going to start him up with the all key. You press the all key. He came on, but you can hardly hear him because all the other engines. I don't know if he came on or not. That's a real good question. Alright, hopefully he came on. I do not know. I can't hear with the big boy in the middle making so much noise. But we're going to scroll up, and all 3 engines should go. So number 10, we got 1, 2, and number 3. Once again, him in the back, I do not know if he started up. I can't hear him. The volume may be low, but he is moving, so that part is a good thing. But right now we'll scroll up 15. You see the engines roll around. Get down on my knees a little bit here. Now you can see him back there catching up. Actually, I'm gonna stop him anyway and put him all in reverse. All the engines are stopped. Hold on a second. We got one mix up here. Now you notice these 2 engines are going. Him back there, he's not going to go because he was doing station announcements. Now he's going to go. You'll be able to see all of them come around. Press the bell key, all the bells ring. As you can hear him, also faint, he did start up. Everybody back to a stop. Let's leave. I'm sorry, hold on. Change direction. Put the R key back up. All of them shut down. In quiet mode. Okay, I've removed the diesel engine from the track. I just got the two subways, one here and the subway car there on the track. I removed all the other engines. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do what they some people like to do is what they call lash up, or running multiple engines together. A lot of people like doing that. Unfortunately, with this not being the full system, you're not going to get all the features that if you had the full system to run a lash up and programming it and giving it a name and all that type of stuff. You can't do that. The lash up, the way it works here, or multiple engines, is basically pressing the all key, and both engines do the same. All you really got to do is connect them together, and they'll both go around the track, and you'll be able to pull, you know, along freighter cars, whether they subway cars, passenger cars, you know, whatever. Keep in mind though that this little Commander here is limited to 5 amps. That's something you got to keep in mind when running a lot of add-on passenger cars and subway cars. Them lights, the interior lights that's in the inside, will eat up some amperage, and if you got too many of those, circuit breaker on here pop, you won't be able to run that many engines. You kind of, like I say, limited to the amount of engines. Like I say, I ran 3 engines, probably could have got about 4 or 5 on there, but once you start adding in the add-on cars, all the extra passenger subway cars or whatever add on, you add in more lights, more power is used, and the faster you have the engines going also takes a lot of amperage. You probably can run 5 engines off of here independently around the layout if they run at a slow to medium speed, but once you crank them all the way up to full power, the circuit breaker is going to pop, using too much power. There's too much flowing out there. You might be limited to maybe 2, maybe 3 engines, running them at that full and fast speed. Me, I run my subway slow to medium speed. I don't run on full speed. I got 031 curves, so they'd derail if I was to run them at that fast speed. And I look at it as, if you want to run trains at fast speed, either get a conventional controller, which you can get all the speed you need, get the full system, or buy a race car set. That's basically what that stuff is really for to me. But anyway, we're going to get started here. And start the front subway car up, and getting out of focus here. Start him up. Okay, gonna swing back to the 32, put him in reverse. And wait a minute, hold on, we got one problem. I just noticed that there's a momentum set on this engine, which it shouldn't be. Okay, if you notice at the top here, you'll see a nice little M up there by the arrow that indicates that my engine up here has momentum set. So I need, before I do this little lash up trick that I'm about to do with this engine, I need to make sure that both of them have momentum set. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, I'm going to hold the momentum key, M-O-M. And you'll see that the number 8 flashes. Now at this point, going down to 4 will slow the engine down at acceleration, meaning it'll take off slower, and you scroll it all the way up to the highest, I think it's 100, meaning the engine will it'll just take off at its normal acceleration. We're going to leave it at 8. You hit the select key, and you notice it changed to deceleration, which I got that set at 8 too. You can do the same thing with how quick you want it to slow down or how slow you want it to slow down. You want to leave it at 8. And we're gonna press engine key and hit select. This engine back here doesn't have a momentum set, so I need to set it because I want both engines to start up and take off, start up and slow down at the same time. So I'm gonna hold the momentum key on this one. This one is set at 16. I'm gonna scroll down to 8. Hit select. This one here, deceleration, is set at 8. And there we go. That's all done. Now, get back to the 32 engine, and now we're gonna roll him back. You notice his coupler is open. And connect them together. Bring it down to 0 and stop it. Bring him back forward with direction. Press the R key. And now when I scroll up, both engines will take off at the same time. As you can see, both come to a stop. Both engines same time. Press the bell. You get 2 different bells, of course, because it's 2 different engines. But it worked great if you had 2 diesels or whatever, and both the horns. I'm gonna scroll them down. Hit the headlight key. Does work. Press forward. You see both headlights is on. This basically is for people who wants to run 2 or 3 freights together, diesel engines together, and they want to pull a whole bunch of cars, make it look like it's pulling a long load. You can do this with this DCS Commander system here. Like I said, the only thing is you just got to make sure that both engines momentum and acceleration and deceleration speed match. Other than that, you might have a problem. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to break this little constant up, these 2 engines, break them up slowly. Come back over here. I still got the set to all. Press the all key button. Now in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the rear engine back. So the rear engine's number is 64. So of course we'll hit select. I'm sorry, not 64, 62. Hit the select key. I'm going to put the engine in reverse. And you want to scroll up to 1 and then fire the front coupler. You can either fire the front coupler first, which might work, might not work. Scroll up to 1, press the key again. You'll notice the engine backs off. Might have to press the key a couple of times. And there, now you separated both engines. Sometimes everything works good, sometimes it doesn't, but all in all, you get the point of what this system can and what it can't do. For $150, you can't beat it. You might be able to find it on eBay for 99 bucks. Somebody who's trying to get rid of the system, somebody might not like it. I like it. I don't need the full system just yet, but eventually I will get the full system. I don't know, maybe a year from now. I'm not really looking into that right now. This kind of serves my needs. Right now, that's pretty much basically it for the basic things this system can do. If you have any questions, comments, just ask or leave a comment or something on YouTube. Thanks for watching.